Hello, my name is David Paul, and in this short video I'd like to show you how to hold the violin bow to get a really good sound. You want to take your right hand and start by making a circle with your middle finger and your thumb. Then slide the thumb up to the first knuckle. That feels a little strange, but when you bring the bow up, you place the thumb on one side and that finger on the other, and you have a really good round the stick shape. You just lay the index finger somewhere between the first and second knuckle. The ring finger goes beside the middle finger with a little space between, and the pinky finger is on top so that you can support the bow. So if I move gently from side to side, you kind of see how it works. And then, if I get this just right, you can see there's a nice circle there, which is very, very strong. And you have a lot of control, both over moving the bow side to side, and then also up and down. Hi, this is David Paul. In this short video, I'd like to show you how to hold your violin and place the bow so you're in a good position to get a great sound. A lot of people, when they start with the violin, they want to have it in front of them so they can see it. But to get a good sound, we need it to be 45 degrees off to the side. When you bring the bow to the string, what you're wanting to do is you're wanting to have what they call a right angle, like the corner on a regular piece of paper, 90-degree angle. To get that, there are a couple things that you can do to make it easier. One is stand in front of a mirror and move your body, almost like a little robot, until the strings are parallel to the mirror. And when you do that and put the violin bow down right about in the middle, you have a very good chance that the bow is almost at 90 degrees, just like that. If you turn your body to face the mirror directly, you'll likely find that the bow, when it's halfway down, sits almost right in front of your spine. So the steps are: bring the violin to about 45 degrees, the bow to the string about halfway down in the middle of the bow, and if you go with the strings parallel to the mirror, you're going to be able to see that 90-degree angle. If I start to turn, it looks all squirrely. And that's one of the challenges of playing the violin. You look over here and suddenly the violin's in front of you and all sorts of different things happen. So this is the posture that will put you at the best advantage to get the best sound. Hi, this is David Paul. I'd like to share with you an idea that was given to me by my teacher in graduate school, a violinist who was the concertmaster of the Chicago Symphony. Violin playing is pretty complicated all by itself. He had a way of trying to make it very simple, and when he used his bow, he suggested that I do this in front of a mirror to get a good idea of how to bring the bow to the different strings and always get a good sound with a very simple motion. In the previous video where I was talking about getting the 90-degree angle, that's very important. But when you cross strings, you want to do it something a little different. You want to turn until the violin strings are pointed directly at the mirror. Now what we'd like to do is we'd like to keep the upper part of the arm almost parallel to the string, and when you change to the different strings, you want to change from the shoulder and keep the same shape all the time, right? So if we go to the G string, the arm is up in the air. If we go to the D string, a little bit further down, A string and E string. And so his way of talking about it was, there are only two kinds of motion with the bow: back and forth and changing strings. If you change strings and leave your elbow behind, all sorts of weird things start to happen, and pretty soon you have a gazillion different possibilities, and it's hard to keep a good sound with a good shape. So once again, in order to get to the place where you can see it, you're going to point the strings at the mirror, bring the bow to the middle, and you're going to move to one string to the next by moving from the shoulder. And if I turn so you can see that a little bit this way, you see? Okay? That's how you change strings. And if you do, you're bringing the same weight to every string, and then you just have to master back and forth, and violin playing is a breeze.